So this is going to be my newest series, reviewing games that Linux. The first game I'm going to review is Path of Exile. Why? Because it's the best game, whether you're playing it on Linux or not. It's the best free game ever, I think. Completely free. It's not freemium. It's not freeware. It doesn't have pay to win content. It's just an outstanding free game. This is the system I'm running on, OpenSUSE Tumbleweed. Completely up to date, as of yesterday. Haven't ran the update today. I usually only update once or twice a week. I'm running KDE Plasma in a Wayland session with a Pipewire audio server. Running on a AMD Ryzen 9 with AMD Radeon RX 6600 graphics. That is my system. Path of Exile, again, is awesome. There's a couple ways you can install it. You can install it through Steam, like I'm running now, which will run through Steam Proton. Or you can use a standalone client. You go to pathofexile.com, I think it is, and you can download the installer, run it through Wine, install it yourself. You can also install it through Lutris, which I recommend if you're going to install the standalone version. Just hit the little plus icon on your Lutris, search Lutris for installer, Path of Exile. This will give you a couple of options. Don't know what that one is. You want Path of Exile, and you want the Wine standalone, which starts the game in DX11 mode. That is DXVK interpreter for DX11. So that's the one to grab. Install it with that. If you're doing it through Steam, fire up Steam Store here. Search Path of Exile. And you can see that Path of Exile 2 coming soon. I can't wait. That's exciting. It does not list Steam or Linux for either one of them. So that being the case, you will probably have to go into your settings if you haven't done so already. So go to Steam, go to Settings, and right here, under Compatibility, enable Steam Play for all other titles, enable Steam Play for supported titles. I've checked both of those. By default, I run Proton Experimental in anything that is listed as other, and Path of Exile works great. And we're going to go ahead and fire it up, and I'm going to show you. Now begins the review of the game. When you have the game running, go into Options. Make sure that your renderer is set to Vulkan. My son runs this game under Windows, and he says that the renderer doesn't matter too much in Windows, but in when you run it under Linux, Vulkan works so much better. Just at least it did in the past, and I haven't tried it lately to switch off of that, but Vulkan renderer works fantastic. This is the login screen. Obviously, I have two characters already made. I'll show you those here shortly. I'm going to show you create a character. Almost only run in solo self-found hardcore. If you die on hardcore, let me show you this again. If you are defeated on hardcore, you will be moved into the standard league. This is the default game mode. That is where you'll be moved to. So I'm going to pick most of these have a pretty good little backstory to them. Very enjoyable to play. I'm going to select the Ranger and make something up.
A stray dog that slaughters our sheep. Oriath is a land of men, not.
This is the standard and classic and probably slightly overused trope of shipwreck, landed on the beach, lost all your supplies, and now you're off to fend by yourself, on your own, at least for the moment.
There'll be some dark days ahead.
And defeating that first enemy gets you your first gem. That gem will fit nicely into that little green socket. I've played this for years on the landing beach. I just do a quick run through to get to my large chest. This will always fit in the other slot of your beginning weapon. And then we're just gonna run through until we get to Hellick, the first act boss. You have to defeat him to get into the town. If you're ranged, he is super easy. He is rather slow on attack, so he's kind of super easy anyway. So, just for the record, I am the epitome, the prime example of a casual player. I work a 50-plus hour week job. I have 4 youngins. One of those youngins has 2 youngins of her own. We live on a farm. Sweetie's constantly doing something that she needs. She's basically working 3 at-home jobs, and I'm always doing something to help her. And we wander into town. You'll get your first reward just for entering town.
I've seen you. Lion Eyes, farewell.
Oh, there's an eye.
Fine work with Hillock.
And we're going to go with Caustic Arrow.
Farewell.
Start a poison build. See if he's got a better weapon for me. He does, but I can't use it yet. Fine. I like that. Increased movement speed.
What little help I can offer.
And she's not much help yet either. We'll go ahead and put on our first point. So one of the things about Path of Exile that you hear about a lot is this being overwhelming. And it can be, for sure. The thing to remember about this is you can only go in succession. So everything around here doesn't matter. Only thing I can do right now is I can only put one here or one here. That's it. That's my only choice. And then I'm going to try to make my way to one of these as quick as I can. So that'll be a straight line fashion. Which one of these is shot speed right there? Let's go with that one. So I'm going to run this one down this bottom half and get to here. We're going to go out on the coast and we're going to shoot some things. And then I'm going to load up one of my other characters. Just to give you an idea how you start. Very basic. Again, this is just, in my opinion, this is one of the best games that you can play for free. You get the entire game for free. Not just part of it. There's the little Act 1 boss. And she can be rather mean. A lot of fire damage. One thing about this game is just the most important rule to this game is just never stand in the same spot.
The worms will have to wait a bit longer for this meal.
Die!
Alrighty, one down. That boss is down. Make our way to the waypoint, and then I'll load up another character. There's my first waypoint. Alrighty. Jump to town. Go to my character selection. Let's load up the Shadow, level 30.
I don't think I need to be doing that right now.
This is one of my favorite characters to play. I don't always get as far as I do on some other characters. He's just fun to play. He's got a very funny dialogue. And he talks about, in one place, he says, and there's a lot of ghosts, he says, somebody's been busy. Actually, he says, I'm usually the one who's making the ghosts. Someone's been busy. He's pretty funny. He is in Act 3. Do I have my keys? I do have my keys. Let's identify. If you ever played Diablo 2, probably any of the Diablo series, this game will fit nicely into your little collection. Again, it's just a very fun game. And free.
Stay out of the shadows.
I'm going to skip that for now since I'm just reviewing. And let's go in the sewers. The Shadow's focus is on fast attack and traps and mines. And that spinny thing you see me throw is a trap.
Play dead. Good doggy.
And I can also animate weapons for a short time. As long as they are identified. I can animate that skein. Might be better than what I have on. I think it is. So the way I usually do comparison is I look at my damage, 780.5, slot the new weapon in, 1005. Yep, we have a new weapon. And I do have some magic that I'm not making use of, so let's do that. And now my damage is 1143. Nice. And this is identified so I can animate it. Animated weapon doesn't last very long, but it's nice to have when it's there. And this trap that I'm throwing out, it actually is whatever weapon I have in my hand. It creates a spinning weapon of the weapon in my hand. Swings 2 copies of your equipped dagger, claw, or one-handed sword. The Cobra Lash that I'm using requires either daggers or claws. I almost always start with claws because of the gaining life back automatically that is assigned to a claw early in the game, and then you get life steal abilities in your skill tree. And I'll show you this skill tree on this character here just shortly. Alrighty, skill tree on this character just looks like this. I come off of here, take attack speed, go up to here, which gains mana per enemy killed. Again, this side flank gains life for each enemy kill, and then I go up to here, and then I fill out this side. That is for elemental damage, and then faster attack speed, and maximum life. This one here, gain life per enemy killed, and this is also gain life per enemy killed. That's when I start, whenever I get those, that's when I start using either daggers or claws, whichever one does more damage at the time. And then again, more life steal. So that is my shadow. Show you one more. I did record a little bit of, this is the Templar. I did record a little bit of that going up against my most dreaded boss. And I'm going to show you that footage right here. So this is my Templar build. It is a totem arc. Currently level 51. We are in Act 5 on the Death Purity quest. In my opinion alone, this is the hardest boss in the game. And he's not even the end of Act 5. He's only about the halfway through mark of Act 5. And I rip to this guy more than any other boss in this game. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. I got to get up to him. So we'll scoot along getting up to him, and then you might be able to watch me rip. He is a hardcore solo self-found character. Let's see what happens. This build is actually one of the easier ones. If you build it right, you're basically letting the totems do all the killing for you. As you can see. I have totems. I can do 4. I think it's 4 of these. maximum of 5 lightning or arc totems, and DPS on each one's 1308. And then I have 2 of these out. When I throw these, it's 2 at a time. It is a little over 2,000 fire damage per second. So I'm doing lightning and I'm doing fire. And I've got a little bit of cold spell, cold stuff in there. Not enough to matter, probably. Mostly cold and fire. And then I have a little miniature army around me just to, as cannon fodder, basically. They serve no other purpose than to just get in the way of whatever might be trying to kill me. And my resistances right now, 75% max on all 3, and then 8% chaos. So that's where I'm at. Life 1561, 360 energy shield. Not too bad. Fixing to go up against my the dreaded boss. The one I dread the most. Millet. Yep, here we are. No time like the present, right? Oh boy. My philosophy on this guy is the faster you can kill him, the fewer times he can try to kill you. Yay. Anyway, didn't look like much. I'm going in there pretty powerful, but yeah, he's the one that bothers me the most. So that was fun. That's one of my most dreaded bosses. I know I said that during that little clip. I recorded that a little earlier, 2 days ago or so. Maybe yesterday? I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. But this is that same guy right now. This is what his skill tree looks like. He is. I did the ascendancy and I took the extra totem. I have the extra totem here. I can't do damage in any sort, but I do get one extra totem. So that gives me, you start with one totem. This gives me the second totem. This gives me a third totem. And in my equipment, where are you? Right here. I have arc with totem, multiple totem support, which gives me supported skills have a +2 to the maximum number of summoned totems. So I was at 3. This makes it 5. Right now I can have 5 arc totems, and I have Searing Bond, which is a totem, and then I also have the same multiple totem support, so that is a +2, which I can have. Basically, it says I can have 4 arc totems and 2 of the Searing Bond totems, dealing a lot of lightning and fire damage simultaneously. I am currently level 58, and we are in Act 6. I did beat Part 1 shortly after that little video clip that you just saw. And we're going to run around for a minute, and I'll show you some more. We are at the beacon. This is the first act of Part 2. And I'll show you some of this. Again, one of the most important rules of this game, just don't stand still. They're going to target you, and if you're standing still, you're going to be wherever they are targeting. You don't want that. Which is one reason this totem build is so effective. I can just let the totems kill things while I'm ducking and dodging out of the way of everything that's coming back. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you that the curse that I have. The curse that I'm throwing on them is elemental weakness. It weakens all of their elemental resistances because I'm doing a lot of damage in both lightning and fire. You can get a lightning curse or a fire curse also. That does the weakness a little bit stronger, but I wanted this because that way it weakens their elemental resistance to both lightning and fire and cold. So that's why I went with the elemental weakness. The rogue markers are interesting. You only get those once you've completed Act 1. And it's just more of the game, basically. I'll show you how that works in a minute. I should find a waypoint. I think there's a waypoint here. No, there's not. Never mind. In that case, I'll just jump. I've already hit the waypoint for this area. And I might go back. Now, the rogue markers, right click in town, and you get this. Takes you to the rogue harbor. Again, it's just more of the game. This is just more game on top of the game that's already there. This is
Welcome.
I'll be here
crazy.
when you need me.
It's amazing.
I am
Walk around, talk to all these people.
Return soon. See you later.
They will have assignments for you. I don't know if I have any.
Oh? Little chat, eh? Have some contracts if you need.
Okay, if you don't have any, you can come in here and buy a contract. And you can load these contracts up.
Be here if you
Get someone to run along with you. She helps you get in there. You were basically going into a facility to steal an item. Sure. Sounds like fun to me. Alright, I'm going to jump back in there because I'm almost at the end of that one. Now you see why I have the, even though I'm killing everything so easily with the arc, now you see one of the reasons that I have an army around me. They are excellent cannon fodder. One down. And for the record, I have only spent 2 points on that army right here so I could get to here and then minions regenerate, so I don't have to keep recasting them. If they don't die, they regenerate life. I am working my way up to here so I can increase the number of specters mostly. Oh, I can have 2 now. At some point your gems get high enough in level that they will give you another one. I do have another one. And I'm going to, for now, I'm going to opt for a statue, I believe. Yep, that works. Well, now it's telling me to light the beacon. Ignition switch, beacon. Throw the flag into the beacon. Now talk to Whalem. And he says, I'm not going to save you. Whatever you're fixing to do, I'm not going to save you.
I'm going to be balling and chaining.
Right? Lord of Light.
And I'm going to grab this waypoint here.
So that I may slay this pretender king.
Alright, so that is my world of Path of Exile. This game, I've spent so much time in this game. And I'll give you a good example. Yeah, maybe. I played this game a lot and for a long time. I did it in a standalone client, not in Steam, but just in Steam. Playtime 1,530 hours just in Steam, and I played it for a long time as a standalone. It just so happened to work better in their Steam there for a while, and now I don't think there's much difference. You can load it in Lutris. This is my review. One of the best free games available, fully free, not pay to win, super bonus. It plays great on Linux. That's my review. And that is basically my review here. Appreciate you watching. If you haven't tried the game, try it. If you haven't tried the game running it under Linux, give it a shot. It should work fine. And I will check one last thing. Go ahead and exit. I wanted to check one last thing. I don't think I have any yeah, no launch options. This is playing vanilla. This is playing, I installed OpenSUSE Tumbleweed. I installed Steam. I installed Path of Exile and I started playing. Straight out of the box. Completely platinum. In fact, I think I'll update my Proton DB. I do have it in there. I don't have it in there recently, so yeah, I think I'm going to do that. But that is my review for Path of Exile. Playing on Linux. Plays fabulous. Give it a shot. Until next time, as always, thanks for watching.